Okay, this video is for Ms. Rose's class. We're going to be looking for a specific article. I'm going to take you guys to the GVRL. The GVRL is the Gale Virtual Reference Library. So, oopsie. So if you're looking for reference articles, so think about like encyclopedia, typically a little bit better than like your grandparents' Encyclopedia Britannica. I shouldn't say typically, a little better, a lot better. Okay. They're called subject encyclopedias, where they're not a basic encyclopedia. They've got like here we got an environmental encyclopedia, human rights and human civil rights essential primary sources. This whole thing is reference books. So if you're citing something from the GVRL, you're citing a reference article. Okay, so that's just something to think about. Okay, because one of the things in Noodle Tools is you have to identify what type of source you're going to cite. So we're going to do causes of World War I. Wonder if I can get to where I want with just that. WWI. Let's see. I may have to have typed it out. No, that's not. Okay. I'm going to have to type out World War I. And typically I find the I is what they're looking for when you're talking about Roman numerals. Okay, the one we're going to focus on is this one right here. Because it's long enough for you to help you use a resource as a paper. If you have, sometimes kids like, oh, it's only 1 or 2 pages, right? And it's hard to get enough information to summarize from those 1 or 2 pages. Here, it's 16 pages, and I'm going to show you how to get through this. So it says Europe since 1914, Encyclopedia of the Age of War and Reconstruction. So we're going to click through into this article, or this reference source. Okay, so in this reference source that is 16 pages long, we have the origins and the military conflict. So I am guessing society and politics, consequences. So I don't know if these 3 pertain to the causes of World War I. I'm sure the origins does. You're going to have to look through it. But notice when I click through consequences, go to consequences, it takes me only halfway down. So half of it is the consequences, and we know we're not looking for the consequences, right? We're looking for causes. So all 3 of these in the first 8 pages. Okay, so we're going to cite this source. So this is in a this article's title is called World War I. The name of the book that it's in is called Europe since 1914 : space Encyclopedia of the Age of War and Reconstruction. I've got 2 editors. I've got volumes. I've got place of publication. I've got publisher, year, and page numbers. Okay. Sometimes you can click this and see what you think of this. There's a couple things that are wrong with this. Let's see if I change it over to Chicago. I'm hoping a lot's wrong with it. Okay, yes, there's quite a bit wrong with this. It's one of the reasons we don't like to use the citation generator. It's better than nothing. If you ran out of time, you should grab it because you always have to cite your work, right? But I need you to build this in Noodle Tools. And there's you can export to Noodle Tools, but it won't allow you, it won't build your footnote for you when you export into, I think that's what it is. There's a few things it won't do when you export into Noodle Tools, and I think not building your footnote's one of them. So we're going to do this source together. I'm going to, here's the name of the book. That's a long one, so I'm going to copy and paste it. Okay, so I'm in Noodle Tools. I'm going to my sources. I've already made a project. Okay. I'm going to create a citation. I got it off the database. The GVRL is the name of the database, the Gale Virtual Reference Library. And remember I told you, Gale Virtual Reference Library, everything's a reference source. Okay, I'm going to come down here. I just grabbed the title of the encyclopedia, right? It is telling me something. Since is being used as a preposition, and it should not be capitalized. So in Chicago Turabian, you capitalize all principal words except prepositions. I think the same is true in MLA. And then my little triangle of warning disappears, right? I'm going to come back here. we don't put in URL or a session number. We're just putting in database name. So we do the Gale virtual. There we go. See, it pops up. There we go. Okay. See, what's it telling me? The name of the data should be capitalized, and it is. Let's see if I can get out of it. I don't know why it's. Hopefully it'll. There we go. Disappeared. Okay. We're moving on. We need to get the title of the article, which I think would be easy enough to type in. So I'm not going to. I'm not going to copy and paste. I'm going to get some of these authors' names. Okay. His name is John Merriman. And it was called World War I. Right? Oopsie. Yep, World War I. We have Charles Scribner's and Son. It's in Detroit, Michigan. I'm kind of jumping around because I just want you to see where I'm grabbing everything. It was in 2006. Publication city, Detroit. Okay, so let's see. Let me get this in there. There we go. You put the 2-letter United States Post Office code. Those are always all capitalized. You don't put periods. You don't write it out. If you have something other than a city, click here, like other than a city in America, and you're not sure what to do, click Advanced Help, and it'll tell you what to do. Let's go. I think we've got a volume number. I got volume 5, 2751 to 2766. Do I have a question? There's my page number up here. 2751 to 2766. And we have a volume down here. Okay. So you're not going to know how many volumes it is unless it tells you that. So I want you to notice that there are gobs. Whoopsie, I put this guy's name. There are gobs of boxes that you can't fill in, and that's okay. You can't make something up that you don't know. So there actually is not an editor here. I'll show you how we know that. There's not an author here. The author would go right here before the article title. Okay. John Merriman and Jay Winter are editors. That's why you see that. So we're going to put in Jay Winter too. And we got to identify them as editors. And I think we're done. I'm going to hit save. And there's our reference source. Okay. Here's your footnote. Whoa, wait, where's my footnote? Something's going on and I'm not seeing my footnote. We will, I'm sure you will. There's something. Anyway, I'm guessing in the next video, you'll see that we do the DBQ. You'll see the footnote. I think maybe I'll have to refresh my screen. Something's going on. There we go. Ooh, that's weird. There it is. Footnote format. So I want you to recognize that you have to put the page number in here, and it puts it here. If you don't, you see this bracket page, the word page, and the hashtag, okay, in the end of bracket. That whole thing drops out, and you put the page number in there, okay? If you don't have a page number, you actually take the whole thing out. I want you to recognize that this is a different format than the citation format, because a lot of times I see in the juniors research papers, they just copy and paste the citation format. It's not the same format. So that's why you want to build it in Noodle Tools, because not only will you get the citation, you will get the footnote. There we go. All righty. Let me know if you have any questions.